currently I'm parked up at the A38 just north of Burton Upon Trent, just before the A50, just before Burton with Derby services, or Derby with Burton, I forget what it's called. This is the one, I think it's at Eggington. I am loaded, but not with valuable stuff, just the, you know, the stuff from one of the engineering firms. And I've got up this morning. So what they do, they cut a hole in your curtain like that, have a look in, decide whether there's anything worth stealing. Now it's not advertised as secure or anything like that, so I'm not blaming this place. I'm just making you aware of what can happen. Bear in mind, things like that, the police aren't going to do anything about it. It's a minor crime because nothing's been stolen. So you can ring the police, just log it. The more information they get, they can target certain areas if they get enough reports and dodgy stuff happening. But what's really frustrated me this morning, look, you can see where I've been done before there. Oh, there. Is there any other on this set? Oh yeah, and there's another one that's been, they've all been repaired. So what's frustrated me is the fact I've been in to report it, spoke to the guy behind the till who wasn't an issue, he was great, he told me to wait while he just served a couple more customers and then he was going to take me details. And then another lady walked in, one of his colleagues, and because he was busy behind the till, he explained to the lady what had happened and asked her to take my details just so they could log it. And she just threw her arms up in the air, kind of shouted, what the hell am I supposed to do? Why don't you tell him to ring the police? And that was when I was stood there. So basically I told her to shove it. That was no way to talk to a customer who'd just been a victim of crime, which I have been, haven't I, on their property. So what I will do, I'll ring 101, I'll let the police know, and if anybody else is ever a victim like that of, you know, like I say, it is minor, but if this happens every night in a certain spot and everyone reports it to the police, they'll start targeting that particular area to try and nick the people doing it. But I think it's going to take a driver getting killed or seriously injured for people to take it serious, because most of the time it's, yeah, sometimes it might be other drivers or people passing who are just doing it on the off chance, but a lot of the time it's organised crime, innit? You've seen it, you've read about it in clone trucks and all the rest of it. So these are gangs wandering round with machetes, knives, bolt cutters, you know, all that kind of stuff, and it just needs one driver to catch them in the act. And that's the issue. It's not cutting the curtain, is it not? It's criminals wandering around lorry parks with knives and God knows what else. So yeah, just a word of warning and an example of why I don't carry valuable goods overnight unless I know I can 100% park somewhere secure. And thanks to the bloke in here, hang on. So thanks to the guy behind the till in here for doing his job and planning on doing his job, and to the lady who works in here, considering you're kind of working on a customer faced job behind a till in a shop in a petrol station, your attitude stinks. And look, even here, there's a CCTV camera there facing my truck, and there was no sense of, all right, yeah, give us your details, we'll check the cameras. It was just, what am I supposed to, what the bloody hell am I supposed to do? Tell him to ring the police.